This is the fourth part of this little series, which for those with eyes to see and ears to hear is also our little adventure of discovery of Mount Sinai and its sister mountain, Jebel Haroun, the place of the ascension of Aaron, otherwise known as Mount Hor.
Good morning.
There's the three camels. Small one for Kiel. Big one for me.
Yes.
Holy shit.
You look good.
We had organised a camel trek on our second day, but I hadn't realised the first hour would be traversing the 5 to 10 k's of the road from Little Petra to the Bedouin village. I discovered on my reading that morning from Graham Phillips that we would be taking the route Moses and Aaron and the children of Israel took after the king of Edom refused them entry from Kadesh, the site of the well of Moses, Ain Musa, through the Sikh to Jebel Mizpah. We rested a while in the valley of Petra, an open valley about 3 kilometres long, by the shade of the buildings that were destroyed in the great earthquake of the 7th century AD, before continuing on another 2 hours on camelback. It was very quiet, being the month of Ramadan, and there was only one other visitor to Aaron's mountain that day, a young man from Canada.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Yeah, good idea, eh?
So what's the story for Aaron?
Where?
Aaron?
Aaron too. Brother for the most.
Yeah. Indeed, it was an interesting question that Anna asked. Now, what's the story about Aaron, Corn? And the Bedouin's answer, brother for the Musa, there were a few clues in that too. Of course, now there is more and more evidence to identify Moses and Aaron as Tutmosis and Akhenaten, pharaohs of the 18th dynasty of Egypt, that ended with the young king Tutankhamun, who had a similar ark in his tomb, but this one guarded by Anubis, the guardian of the ancient Egyptian doorway to the underworld, the halls of Amenti. In fact, I had developed a personal relationship with Aaron after the Crystal Mission of 1991, when Frank Alper in Phoenix branded a golden triad on my forehead and told me I would gather inspiration from a lifetime walking the sands of the desert with Moses. This indeed really resonated, as I had just completed a journey to observe the total solar eclipse of July 11, 1991 at Palenque with Robert Archer, and Robert's energy was indeed like that of Moses. He believed in the pure blue-white light of the Urim and the Thummim, while I had more sympathy with the brother who was persuaded by the people of Israel to build a golden calf to worship the presence of Hathor, I was pleased to have a drawing of Anubis on the side of the Kiwi patrol, playing with the Hopi water serpent from the sacred snake spring on San Francisco Peak near Flagstaff. In fact, the making of this video, November 2013, coincides 20 years after the Crystal Mission. I've just received the news that Robert gave up the battle last week, walked out into the desert, and took his own life, which makes me wonder if the shit is about to hit the fan, especially as the synchronicity surrounding this event is not short of startling. While watching the film Cloud Atlas today, there was this character Robert Frobisher leaving a note from RF before leaving in a similar manner to RA, making me expect to receive a note from my brother. Back then, 22 years ago, was when I started my research into the priesthood of Aaron and how it related to these modern-day instruments of power and communication with the higher realms. But it was the fact that Aaron ascended Mount Hor on the first day of the 5th month that made me conclude the Crystal Mission with the prayer of Aaron, a magical formula that only the high priest was allowed to utter. And even then he had to wear the breastplate of the 12 stones of fire to protect himself while he worked with the ark and the archangels to make the prayer work. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up the light of his countenance upon you and give you peace. And now it was time to climb the mountain.
By camel from here up,
Oh, yeah.
about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then You go walk, you alone.
Yeah.
You know the wave
Yep.
from yourself.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Not a problem.
Guys, we drink.
This camel's very hungry. Yeah. Come on. All right, that's enough. Well, this is as far as we go, guys. And camels, it's on foot from now on. And we're quite high up already.
Thank you, Magic. Bye-bye.
But what a privilege, eh?